Hello, stream. Just making sure we sound good. As soon as this ad stops. Oh, hey! We sound good. We have a new shock mount on our microphone. I'm quite happy with it. Makes the mic all jiggly like that. And it makes it so that we don't have the hum that we had on the stream for a while there. So, a lot of good stuff. Hey, Alex. Uh, oh, man. It's been a while, huh? Okay. So I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody right now being Alex. Hi. Good to see ya. Dare, what's up? Queen Wolfheart. Oh my gosh. People are here. How's it going? Yeah, so we were on vacation, right? For Christmas we went up to Big Bear. Oh, I got to change the stream title. Ermagerd Pierps. So we went on vacation to Big Bear for Christmas, which was really nice, and then we went to Oregon after the New Year, and which was amazing. I've already talked about it a lot on my YouTube channel, so you've probably seen it already. And then I started a daily podcast as well, where I sort of recapped the whole trip and everything that's been going on since January 1st, and that's coming out every single day. It's like a 2 or 3 minute podcast, so you can check it out. It's called Page a Day. So if you want to listen to that, it'd probably be cool. And then I got home, and my computer has just been, dude, it's not okay. Like, my computer is not okay. It's not actually my computer, it is online synchronization. Any form of online synchronization basically just doesn't work right now. It's not going. I had I had Dropbox for a long time. A lot of people know that. Doesn't work. Just doesn't. When I turn on automatic desktop sync, my computer freezes up entirely. It becomes unusable. Um, I tried Google Drive. I tried switching to Google Drive. Same thing, exact same thing. The computer just freezes. Like it will do stuff, but so slowly that you basically can't use it until you turn sync off again, and then miraculously everything works. So it doesn't appear to be Dropbox. It appears to be something with desktop sync in general. I have support tickets out to Dropbox. Have no response. Yeah. So we've actually just given up. So what we did was, I guess, I don't know. I have no problems with any internet functionality. I can stream as much video as I want. I can upload to the Dropbox website and download from the Dropbox website. No problem. It's just automatic desktop synchronization. So I don't know what the deal is. Um, anyway, we've given up. And basically, what we're doing is we're just now, when I'm working on a book, I download it from the Dropbox website. I um, I have a firewall up, but Mac has the ability to allow certain things to work and not allow other things to work. I have allowed it to work. It didn't work. I turned the firewall off completely. It still didn't work. So I turned the firewall back on with permissions assigned and everything like that. So it doesn't appear to be the firewall. Um, so basically, now what we're doing is when I'm working on a book, whether it's one of my books that I'm writing or I'm formatting one of Sterling and Stone's other books, I download the book from Dropbox, I do my work, and then I re-upload the files to Dropbox, which is, of course, super hinky-jink and sucks and is terrible. No security programs other than Apple's default security settings on Apple. Um, anyway, so it's slow, it sucks, it's terrible, but at least I can produce, and so I figured now that I am ready to start producing again, I can do that. Uh, Unfortunately, um, in all of that hubbub, I completely lost um, the existing outline for the next book. Like, I was already working on the outline, and I was working on it while I was mobile, while I was on vacation, on Megan's laptop, which is a piece of crap. And that outline is gone. So I'm having to reconstruct it so that I can send it to Sean. Fortunately, I worked out a lot of I worked out a lot of the story, and it's fresh in my mind. So I basically just kind of need to reconstruct it. So what we're gonna do now, the schedule for today, is I'm going to basically work until I'm going to work for the next hour and a half. And then I have a phone call with a buddy of mine, Brian Meeks. We're going to do the call. We'll probably talk for like an hour, hour and a half. It's, one of our usual phone calls. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to keep streaming. And we're just going to keep going until confuckery. I like that a lot. And then we're going to come back and we're going to finish the outline for the book. And there you go. So that's what's been going on with me. How are you guys? It's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked. Where's that icon I want? Hey, Kristen, person who I've seen in real life now. How are you doing? Ah. Oh. Hmm. I just want the book icon. That's all I want. Hello, Richie writes. Oh, awesome, Dare. Is it just Dare? Because that's a cool name. I just want to make sure it's not supposed to be like Dare or Dare or something like that. Wait, how am I creepy? I don't know. What did I do? Normally when I'm creepy, it's intentional. Um, Okay. So I do want to show you guys something really quick to make up for being gone for so long. Oh, hi. Yeah, no, I knew it was you. But I just wasn't. I knew it was Dare Monroe, but I wasn't sure since I've only ever read it before. I just wasn't sure if it was Dare Monroe or some some alternative pronunciation of that word. Okay, so here we are going to add. There we go. Ah, God, it's huge. So this is the next book cover, you guys. The Alchemist's, the Academy Journals, Book 2, The Mindmage's Wrath. I'm very happy with it. And certain people have already seen it. And we're sort of like, um, well, I'm not going to say who it was just in case you haven't read the books or anything like that. But they were like, oh my God, that character doesn't look anything like I thought they were going to. The thing is it's not that character. It's somebody completely different, and you are not going to know who the character is until you start reading the book. Hope the idea is that you won't realize who it is until like the last third of the book. So, yeah. I like it quite a lot. It was actually this one and the next one were sent to me. Mary Duke, hi, good to see you. So this one and the next book cover were sent to me by the cover designer, and for the first time, I had like no corrections whatsoever on the artwork. I had some adjustments, like some things, but like there was no on all of the other covers, all of the Nightblade covers and the first Academy Journals cover. There were always things that I needed changed in the artwork, and so on and so forth. But this was not. I was just like, that's awesome. I want to adjust some things. Blah 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 blah. So yeah. So there you go. The cover is not a spoiler. I mean I don't consider it. Is it a spoiler? No, it's not a spoiler. But I want to bring up one thing to people's attention that neither of that the people who have seen the cover, they didn't spot this. So now I'm going to bring it up to you here on Vloganovel. On The Alchemist's Touch and on Darkfire, the cover with Zane on the cover. This one. Oh. Right. I don't have an extra copy of that. I need to get it. There is something on the cover of The Alchemist's Touch and The Alchemist's Touch and Darkfire that is different from this cover, and nobody has spotted it yet, and it's fucking awesome. No, I'm not actually showing it because I don't have I guess I could put a couple fingerprints on thingy. Okay, this, right? So this is Darkfire. This is a pretty new hardcover edition of Darkfire, right? So that and the Alchemist's Touch have a major difference from the cover of the Mindmage's Wrath that nobody has spotted yet. On a related note, thanks, Dare. I will speak to you about maps afterwards. I will try and remember to send you a message. So on a related note, or to that, we finally cleared out our back orders. Haha, finally cleared out our back orders of print books, which means that I have some extra hardcovers in stock, ready for shipping, and I have more paperbacks. Sorry, I have paperbacks period and more hardcovers shipping to me right now. So if you do, want, I basically added a link on the Twitch page down below where you can get signed books. And if you are the type of person who wants signed books and you are familiar with the fact that I have not actually had books on hand to send to you, that problem is solved now. I ordered special from son of a bitch. So I ordered special. Sorry, Kristen. I know Twitch buffering sucks. I ordered these special boxes, which are the perfect size for a box set of books, so that I don't have to keep. Did I really? Did I show my butt? I tried to get my butt out of the camera. Anyway, so these are the perfect size boxes to hold a set of hardcovers with some packaging, or a set of paperbacks with some more packaging. I think that's cool because, as Kristen can tell you and anybody else, in the past when people have ordered sets of hardcovers or paperbacks sometimes, I basically ship them in my old Loot Crate boxes, which for one thing, I'm sure that, like, for some people, like for Kristen, probably thought that was cute, right? Thought like, oh, okay, that's awesome. Yay, I got one of Garrett's old Loot Crate boxes. That you fucking dork. But for like a random stranger on the internet, it might come off a little bit unprofessional. But more importantly, I am now out of Loot Crate boxes that will hold a set of books. They're all too narrow or not tall enough or to whatever. So now I have these special boxes ready to ship out the things. Yeah, right? Like I used an entire gigantic thing of bubble wrap in the box that I sent to Kristen. So anyway, there you go. All right, so we've spent a long time catching up now, and we should probably get to work. So we have an entire outline to reconstruct. So there you go. So even though I did a lot of work on the outline while I was on vacation, it's like I didn't, because I have to reconstruct the whole thing. So you get to see it come together from beginning to end faster than it normally would be, but you still get to see it. So yay for a complete Vloganovel. There was no dragon on the cover. That was not the secret. That was not the interesting thing. You should have taken a picture. Kristen, fail. I'm actually very surprised that Jess didn't notice the thing with the cover because she's the sort of person who gets all I don't know what this is, but she gets like that. She gets very into you'll now that you're looking for it, you'll spot it in like 5 seconds, Kristen. Here, I'll put the cover back up. If you can, take a quick screenshot of it so that you can study it again. So Dare, Kristen, I'll give you 15 seconds to study it and get a screenshot so you can actually look at it in more detail. Okay. I didn't. That's weird. Um, if you can't find them with a Google search, you can probably find them on Amazon. Oh, I showed the next book cover. Yeah, no, the best-selling author thing is actually all of them have been published without Amazon best-selling author. It's not in the titling, it's in the art. It's a fairly significant detail in the art if you're looking for it and if you know what it means. Did you see it, Kristen? Work the characters? Kristen, you can whisper me in Twitch and I'll tell you if you got it right. You should be able to whisper me. I think I'll see it. That's right. Hey, Alex. Oh, right. You're on mobile. Forgot about that. Yep. Oh God, it showed up in chat. I didn't think it. Fail. Oh my God. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, oh man, that's amazing. Kristen, you could always if you want to know, you could always text me. Or if people would prefer, I could just say what it is, but turn on the spoiler tag so that yeah, exactly. Oh man. uh, okay, so we're gonna do this. This is a minor spoiler. It's not okay. This is a minor spoiler. It's not like a huge deal. It's something. It's a thing on a cover, so it doesn't tell you anything about the story. It's just a little it's just a little thing. So if you don't want to know what the secret is on the cover while I'm doing this, okay. On Darkfire and on The Alchemist's Touch, Zane and Eben are clearly casting magic. What happens when people cast magic? Their eyes glow. On the Mindmage's Wrath, that girl, identity not to be revealed yet, is clearly casting magic. Her eyes are not glowing. How come? Why? Why would that be? Ooh. Hmm. Chat! Spoilers! God! If I'm putting up spoilers and saying something, you're not supposed to type it in the chat. I have to clear my chat again now. uh... No, Alex, it's definitely not that. There's no mistaking that when you see one of those, there's no mistaking it. You get what I mean? In answer to yours, it's not. It's a yeah. No, I know. No, don't worry about it. No, it's not. It's not what you guessed. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's funny how many ideas in Nightblade are sort of in Underrealm in general are sort of recycled from old projects. Like I have this sci-fi story that I'm gonna tell, which is basically it's not. This is an inept way to put it. But it's my sci-fi version of Underrealm. It's a big universe in which in which I plan to tell many stories. It's not Underrealm, but like if you think in terms of like the book structure and the story structure and everything, it's what I'm doing with Underrealm, but it's sci-fi. And there was going to be a race in this sci-fi universe called the Mystics, and there, I mean, when I write it, that race will still be there. They just won't be called the Mystics. It's just such a cool name that I was like, oh, we're gonna have this order of like quasi Jedi, quasi Knights Templar, and they're gonna be called the Mystics in Underrealm, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, Um, oh, the main characters. Yeah, yeah. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Underrealm 40K. Do 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 do. No, no. The mystics in the thing. They're not. They're not. They're not. Well, they're not human. And they're very. Uh, well, it's hard to explain. But that wouldn't really work. And plus, I don't like that whole idea of like, oh, it's the same universe. It's just like different timelines because in the sci-fi universe, like Earth is a thing. Like humans came from Earth, or will have come from Earth. Whereas in Underrealm, Earth doesn't technically exist. Like they're not on Earth. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to make the distinction that you know I mean, no fantasy world is ever actually planet Earth. Middle Earth isn't planet Earth. Um, Westeros isn't Earth. Narnia, well, I can't remember like Narnian geography or whatever, but anyway. Who's here? WC Studio. Hello. I have not seen the new TV series. Did it come out? Is it out now? How has it come out and I haven't heard about it? I've heard that there have been trailers, but I'm sort of like I don't want to watch the trailers. I just want to sit down. I don't want to cuz it's not MTV. I already have so many preconceived notions. I don't want to see the trailer and form more preconceived notions. I just want to see the pilot episode. I just want to watch the first episode and make all my judgments off of that. The stopwatch is for when I'm actually writing. When I'm writing first draft, I write in hour-long chunks. So I turn the timer on, and it ticks down my hour, and then every hour I take a break. Nice. That's awesome. Up to episode 4. Okay, well, I'll watch the first episode. Yeah, Richie, start writing. Like, don't start writing. Well, I mean, start writing the book if you feel equipped to write the book, but start outlining. Start writing the bones, like what I'm doing right here. This is the bare bones outline for my next book. Put it down. If you don't have words down, you can't work with the words. Like, what is it? Somebody said this recently, and I thought it was brilliant. I think it was Chuck Wendig, but I'm not sure. He said that he wrote 5,000 words in a day, kind of on accident. Like, he started writing, and then he just got into a groove, and before he knew it, he'd written 5,000 words. And he said they're probably terrible words, but they need to get on the paper. You can edit a terrible page, but you can't edit a blank page, which is just it's great, you know? Aw, Queen Wolf Art, thank you so much. That's really nice to hear. Thank you. I work very hard on those emails. Yeah, I don't know. I think Harry is still reasonably endearing because I don't consider Harry Potter to be epic fantasy. You know what I mean? Like it's fantasy for sure, but it's not really what I consider to be epic fantasy or even like adventure fantasy. It's wizard school, which is like its own genre of fantasy. And and also like I mean Harry Potter's just a great story and of course there's exceptions to any rule. It's most fantasy that I have a problem with where it's just like oh, this person is so powerful. They're the prophesied one. They're so amazingly powerful. They're so powerful. They're so powerful. And then the bad guy shows up and they're even more powerful. So then they beat that bad guy and then they have to have an even stronger bad guy and da 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 da. Like Aragorn is a perfect example of a fantasy protagonist who's like yeah, he's a good warrior, but like he's not like the best thing one of the best things he ever does in battle is he scares off the Nazgul, right? But he doesn't even kill a Nazgul. He just frightens them off because he surprises them and they're still growing in their power, right? Um and his strength is in his lineage and yeah, power creep. Exactly. I've actually never heard that term, but that's the best term for it, you know. um and so you can continue to give your heroes tools and make them stronger. Like Lauren keeps learning new things about her dagger, but like what does her dagger do? It um it 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 protects her. It gives her what do you call it? It gives her like tracking abilities of various kinds. Like no spoilers for the whole Nightblade series and everything, but like it's not it's not this amazing magical thing that can just conquer armies. Um, it's yeah. So there you go. I don't know. It depends. It depends very strongly. Let's see. Like, I think that so when you say constant, more evil antagonist, if you're talking about constantly replacing the antagonist with a new antagonist, that gets old pretty quickly. The Sword of Truth series is one of the worst offenders on this. There's a really bad guy in the first book, and you're like, okay, yeah, bad guy, you know, a fairly a reasonably complex character, not one, he's no Darth Vader, but you know, it's like, okay, cool, like that's a good villain. And then the hero defeats him, and then the next book, uh, it's another bad guy who's bigger and stronger and more powerful and commands a bigger empire and knows magic better than the first one. So okay, all right, let's beat this guy, and we beat him. And then the next book, there's another guy who has a bigger empire and he's more powerful and he knows magic better. And it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like, it's the same story over and over and over again. What a story that does it right is Lord of the Rings, where Sauron is the antagonist. Maybe, like, is Sauron the antagonist of the Lord of the Rings, or is the ring the antagonist? You know, and for Frodo's story, at least, I would say that Sauron and the ring are only like token antagonists to Tolkien, to the rest of the story. You know, like Saruman is more of an antagonist than Sauron for much of the book, for Aragorn and company, and Gandalf and so forth. The Witch King, the Nazgul are more antagonists. It's like the Lord of the Rings has an idea of evil and the corruption of power as an antagonist. Who does that? You know, like that's pretty fucking awesome. And then I think Voldemort is a good villain. He's not as good a villain. He's actually one of the weaker characters in Harry Potter, one of the weaker main characters in Harry Potter, but that's only because there's so many great, deep, complex characters. Snape is a fucker. He's such a fucker, right? He's just a fucker. Is he a fucker? Yes, he is. And but he's a great character. There's so much to him. People argue to this day about Snape. About, like, I think it was great. I think it was even Draco Malfoy, who's like a little too stereotypically like, haha, I'm a bully. Like, he's got some fucking depth to him. And again, people still talk about him to this day. So it's not yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Right, exactly. His power level's over 9,000. Yeah, I like the idea of I mean, theme is massively important. It's massively important. I think it's super important. Anybody who thinks that you shouldn't worry about theme in your stories at all, that it'll just sort of come naturally. I mean, I guess maybe, but like I think you can make books better by thinking about theme and by instilling theme in your conflict, you know? Yeah. Oh, say hi to Magnus for me. That sounds totally fine, Rob. Just slap at a base. Haven't read or watched the Conan series. Do it, Rob. Sit down. Right. Do it. Yeah, that's going to become that's going to become more of a thing there as the main book series happens. Tentatively, we want to release the first book in the main series in December, uh, but we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. I'm hoping that it does. I want to get very far ahead. I want to be done with all the rest of the books by like June, and then I want to take a good like 5 months and write this book and just make it epic and awesome. It's going to be a big, thick, fat ass book. I think it's going to be really great. So we'll see. But then when you realize that that whole war is going on, like Lauren and Eben, they're not really going to be involved in the war. You know what I mean? Hey Rob, find a bag of dicks and eat them. Oh, that's amazing. That's my new favorite thing. It's mildly not safe for work. They're gummy dicks. It's can't little candy gummy bear dicks. It's not a you know. But if you open it, you see a picture of a bunch of gummy bear dicks, and the word dicks is on that page a lot. So probably not safe for work. I mean, it's technically not safe for work, but it's the sort of thing where, like, if somebody glances at the screen and you close it quickly, it's a little bit safer than, like lemonparty.org or Blue Waffle. It's libel. I didn't say shit. That's kind of true, isn't it? Speaking of which, I actually have to go because I have to do this phone call in half an hour. But I also I need to eat lunch. I haven't eaten anything today, so now I'm starting. My fingers are starting to get a little twitchy, which is always a sign that, like, hey, fucker, eat something. So I'm gonna go take care of that. I will be back later as soon as I'm done with the phone call. I plan to return. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been good to hang out with you all after so long. Yeah, I forget what I normally say at the end of these things, but all the normal stuff. Visit the website, check out the books. If you are brand new, you don't know who I am, you don't know what my books are or what Underrealm is. There is a link down below where you can get a free ebook copy of the first book in the Underrealm series. So if you want to find out what it's like, what it's about, you can try it for free, which is cool. I hope. Do you think that's cool? I think it's cool. If you think it's cool. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. In case you can't hear it, my phone is also going off now. So I will.